Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Listen, if you're listening to me and you have done an upgrade on your telephone in the last 30 days, then your notifications are off. Please check and put your notifications on your phone to all because it got reset. Okay, that's why you're not getting your notifications. Hey, I'm Larry Jones, Stock Up with Larry Jones. The doctor told me that I'm going to have to stop talking for a few days. So I'm just trying to figure that out, but there's a lot to get to. All right. So I'm going to get straight to the point on this one, and you're going to learn something also. All right. For those of you on the Patreon, I left a special video for you. Please watch the entire video. All right. All right. So this just came over the wire, good people. Let's see here. MicroStrategy. Look, the average, you got all four strong buys on MicroStrategy. I'm going to show you my MicroStrategy position in a little bit. Let's just keep it rolling. So the average for MicroStrategy, as we could see, 1793 is the average price that the forecasters have for MicroStrategy. One as high as $2,047. That's MicroStrategy, okay? We're going to keep it moving. We're going to come right back to that. I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I shared it with you on yesterday, okay? So let's just close that out. All right, let's talk about the, now we're going to deal with that later. This is the lesson I want you guys to learn. We're going to deal with that later. NVIDIA is another one, okay? NVIDIA continues to moon. Look at this, good people. NVIDIA just continues to moon. It continues to shine, right? Day after day. And you go, well, Larry, there was a period where you told us that you would wait for it to cool down. And it was a period either earlier this year, last year or earlier this year, remind me. And what happened? It came down in price. And then I said, hey, it's time to get back in. Then it starts to go back up in price. Not just me. There's a lot of analysts that sees this the same way that I do. So I'm no genius, but it's just what we see. Now, I'm going to point something out that no one's really talking about, and that's the PE ratio. Look at this, good people. Today, the PE ratio is 71.22, all right, for NVIDIA, right? So look at that. Now, that may be a little high, but in the background, there's something going on that I want you guys to be aware of, okay? So take a look at this. If I can get this out of the way. So take a look at this chart. Let me see if I could blow that up. Yeah. Now, this chart is very important, right? The PE for NVIDIA is actually dropping as the price go up, which makes that a good sign and show that there is yet more room for NVIDIA to grow. Now, this is the stock price up at the top, and this is the PE ratio at the bottom. So you could see that back on 4/30/2023, the PE ratio for NVIDIA was 144. And then what did it do? It came down all the way down to 53. So look at that, from 144 all the way down to 53. That's huge. And now it's just starting to come back up. As a matter of fact, January, February, March, April, I had to count the 4 months, like I can't think about that. On April 30th, the PE ratio for NVIDIA was 50/56. You see? So the price to earnings, that's why they have the slash, the price over earnings or earnings divided by price. The PE ratio is actually going down, which gives this more rocket fuel to go up. Follow? And that's something that's very, very important. So now we are getting what? New highs on NVIDIA after it already went up 152% this year alone. And in the last year, NVIDIA went up 210%. Now, what do we have yet to happen that's good news for NVIDIA? The 10-for-1 forward stock split. and this could run up all the way till. And that's why I sold some of my Tesla, which was looking more bullish, and I rolled into NVIDIA. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. All right? This is what we do. All right, here's another interesting story, and then I'm going to get to what I really want to teach some of you guys. Look at this. This just came over. BlackRock Citadel backs Texas Stock Exchange in challenge to New York. This is big news that I don't really see a lot on, but you probably will because it's BlackRock and Citadel. Look at this. BlackRock Inc., Citadel Securities, and other investors are backing an upstart Texas stock market. Can you believe that? Laying down a challenge to the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ Inc. and signal a potential boost for a state trying to grab more of the financial services industry. This is huge. You're talking about trillions. BlackRock alone is managing 10 trillion in assets. And then we got Citadel. You guys remember Citadel, GME. You guys remember Citadel. All right. And so that's huge news. We're going to be tracking that. You know what? Before I get into what I also want to share with you, let's look at crypto really quick because I always go through it. Now, we see a lot of red on it, right, for the hour. But for the day, you see a lot of green, which is looking really, really good. Bitcoin, I believe, will break above the 74, and I do believe Bitcoin is still going to go to the 80, right? But look at this, good people. Look at this over the last week alone. Dog, look at that. Now, I want you to keep your eye on that dog, okay? Because the dog is doing his thing. Not is 135. Jasmine is still going up. I still have my positions in Jasmine. I know a lot of people are negative on it. I just believe it has a push up. And then the month. You guys know how I look at these by the month. Dog is up 247. Floki, 55.8. Pepe Le Pew, 70. Brad is 190. Look at all of these. Jasmine, 86. So for those of you that have been holding and accumulating for the month, you're up. Even our baby bunk is up 25%. Link is another one I have that is up as far as the alts go. All right. So just wanted to take a look at that. And those are doing good for the month for those of us that trade the way we trade. And if you really want to learn how to trade crypto, then go to StockUpU and just start taking the crypto class. And you're going to make money. You're going to make bank. All right. If you're taking the class and the class has helped you to make money with crypto, leave me a comment. All right. So let's go back to this. Right. Let's look at this. And I want to show this really quick. And I share this extensively in the Patreon, but very extensively in the class itself. Now let's talk about what's going on and how you can make money daily. All right, daily. Where's my charts at? All right, I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see that the S&P and the NASDAQ are hitting new highs. New highs today. Look at that. 1 year, 5 years. Look at that. Max. So the S&P and the NASDAQ is hitting new highs. Look at that. The NASDAQ is literally mooning. Now, of course, we've been talking about a 10% pullback. No one knows when that's going to come or if it's going to come. A lot of analysts can see it, have been talking about it, and I don't always agree with them. But this time I do. I believe we can have a 10% pullback before the end of the year. But I also keep reiterating that I believe that this year in the overall stock market could end up. So a little 10% dip and then back up. I've been consistent with that. So far, I don't see anything that changes it, even though, look, we keep hitting new highs. Now, since we own the S&P and the NASDAQ, for those of you that trade the SPY every day, I want you to consider the Qs, the QQQ. Now, what is the QQQ? Look at this. Let's talk about the NASDAQ first. The NASDAQ Composite is a market capitalization weighted index of more than 2,500 stocks listed on the NASDAQ, right? That is the NASDAQ. Now, if you really want to swing trade the Qs and you don't have a lot of technical charts available to you and you're at work, just look at the NASDAQ, okay? Just look at the NASDAQ, all right? Remember that, 2,500. Out of that 2,500, the QQQs actually track the NASDAQ 100, like I've been telling you guys. But yeah, Larry, if if I just go to my phone real quick and I look at the NASDAQ and it's going up way more than the S&P, then I want you to consider taking some of the money that you're trading in the SPY and trade the NASDAQ, because that's what I do, all right? And I do actually more of the NASDAQ than the SPY. Why? Everybody's trading the SPY. I don't like running with the crowd. And but I make a lot of money, more money, actually trading the NASDAQ than I do the SPY, okay? And so we got a lot of people that are killing it, but I just want to give you options. Remember, over 5,000 major stock, but if you take in all of it, you take in, the other stocks and the penny stocks and all of that, you're talking about well over 10,000 stocks, okay? And way more than that in crypto. So there's more than one path, okay? I want you guys to know. All right, let's go back to this. Let's look at this. Now, on a day like today, look at this. The S&P just jumped higher. It was at 90.90%. Now it jumped up. So the NASDAQ is up 1%. I'm sorry, good people. The S&P is up 1.06%, but the NASDAQ is up 1.74%. So the NASDAQ is up higher. What does that mean, Larry? That means that when you guys just take a snapshot and go to your phones and you see a chart like this, where you see the S&P up, which is the SPY, and then you go down to the bottom and you see the NASDAQ is up even more, then you may consider making some money in the moves, okay? So now I'm gonna just show you what I did. Now, I did not post this in the Patreon. This was just a test. I woke up this morning, bought a share right at opening bell because it looks like things were moving positive. That's what my unique talent is. I can kind of see which way the market is moving, but I'm not right all of the time, but I'm right about 85% of the time. That's enough to make money. So I see the market moving up, so I started looking at the Qs and the SPY, right? But here's what I did. I bought one of each. But now look at this. As you could see, the Qs, go down to the Qs and the SPY. The SPY, I was up a whopping 103%, just one share. And with the Qs, though, I was up 150%. You see what I'm saying? So I actually made more money trading or doing a call option on the Qs. You guys remember the other day we did a put option, did a call option on the Qs and made more money. Now, did I play one or the other? No. I diversified and got in them both and made more money because I got into them both. And so that's the beauty of just having choices, right? So now, while we're here, let's look at Palantir. Look at our Palantir options. Now, I took this an hour ago. I don't know where it is right now. Let's look at our leap options on Palantir. We just shared them with you yesterday. Now we're up, look at that, 38% on one and 42% on the other. You see? Now, based on the price of the options, it's different. But had I put the same amount of money in both, it would have been different also. All right? But we are doing good on these leap options on Palantir, which was up earlier today also. And MicroStrategy. Okay? Look at that. MicroStrategy up about 17%. Don't know where it is right now, but I stopped my DCAing because Bitcoin is in this trading range where it's range bound. It's going to be trading sideways. I said that many months ago that we will be exactly where we are, trading sideways with Bitcoin. And that allows me clearly to see what the altcoins are going to do and what the meme coins are going to do. And that's how we make money in them all, right? So, good people, I want you to, if you want to really learn how to kill the Qs, especially during the FOMC meeting, then take up Stock Up You. And actually, one of the classes When you go down here, before you even purchase it, you can see all of the classes down here. In one of the modules, I actually live trade the FOMC meeting, okay? It's in this chapter, Momentum Psychology Trading, okay? And I actually show you guys how I make money. Look at this right here, trading the QQQs during the FOMC meeting. That is one of the lessons. If you take the whole class, you're going to make money. Invest in yourself first, all right? All right, good people, I hope you learned something out of everything that I threw to you as I'm losing my voice. Again, I may not make a video tomorrow, but I may go to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The doctor told me I have to rest my voice. But I love you guys, and I want to keep the family fed. Please leave me some positive comments if this has helped you. And that's it, good people. Love you guys. See you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.